pismør.
Ej, far.
Hvad har du tænkt dig at gøre ved det? Ho, ho, ho.
Nej! Far!
The Family is a short film directed by Daniel Craig Jacobson and filmed in Denmark. It was produced by Newland in 2015. This short film was written by Ingeborg Topsø.
Ingeborg Topsø.
Daniel made 4 other short films between the years 2010 and 2018. There was an article made about the short film The Family that was a really good summary of the film and its motive. Quote, "Divorce can be a messy thing, especially when there are kids involved, and whilst it feels like the separation of a family can make the perfect focus for an engaging emotive short film, it probably wouldn't be a company's go-to subject for a piece of branded content. However, this is exactly what Form Denmark got when they hired Danish director Daniel Craig Jacobson to create this short film for them. With a little context this provides, let's look at the film itself. This short film appears to have a worldview of naturalism. Naturalism is God irrelevant, nothing supernatural, and science is the answer. This fits well into the theme of naturalism within the piece since it's centered around Ford. In the passage Colossians 3:16, it states, "Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord." What this passage is saying is that we need to worship Him through the tough and the easy times, singing with His praises. In Genesis 2:24, it says, "That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh." This verse says that we get one husband and one wife. There is no divorce, and things have to be worked out. The short film shows how the parents or kids don't follow any type of God. It was sad and depressing, because the family of 4 was living without God. They're going through tough times, and yet they can't find a way to deal with it effectively. The daughter even tries to find happiness through another boy and ends up falling with him just as the parents did.
So the course that you've designed is available on an app. It requires a 3-month, as you say, a sort of course which couples will go through before they're able to finalise their divorce. In there, it includes, of course, advice from experts on how to communicate better.
With divorce being a major issue within Denmark, companies and media outlets took notice to the issue and pushed for something to be done by it, such as the local DK stating around 19,000 couples got divorced in 2014, the highest single number year in Danish history, and 18 out of every 1,000 married people got divorced in 2014. Just 2 years prior, that number was 14 out of 1,000. This is about 1 divorce per 75 marriages. This short film was one of many to be found. Once the issue was impossible to ignore, the government took action in 2019 to pass a mandatory law for married couples to mitigate divorce. Before, it was really easy to get a divorce because you could just fill out something online. It did work because it brought the divorce rate from 54% in 2014 all the way down to 35% in 2019, the year the government decided to take action. This quickly rose back up in 2020 either because of people figuring out a loophole, becoming patient since there was a 3-month reflection period, or because of some of the consequences of the pandemic. The information of this is very unclear. The story ties up the prevalent issue of divorce to give attention to the subject whilst giving a materialistic solution, such as buying a new car. The audience is wide since most of Denmark is secular and divorce is very common, so this naturalistic worldview would fit in just fine. Plus, the ending was open to interpretation to fit with even a wider audience. The film abandons the idea of God and tries to reason things out with emotion and psychology, even though relationships can be fixed without spending a fortune on fake promises. The film still is compelling, but is very misleading since there's an agenda behind it to exploit a problem for profit. But it is unclear if it helped sales or not, since there was a downward trend in the mid-2010s, and there would be other reasons than one short film. On the other hand, it did help spread awareness to make a positive change through the writer and the director. Credits to Jonathan Thomas for researching the topic, Josiah Thompson and Emma Self for writing and revising the script, and Clifton Scott for video production and voice. Thank you.